Victory is ours. Our triumph was never in doubt.
temple on top of a mountain. What connection could a place like this have to the luminary? It certainly benefits from divine protection of some kind. Yggdrasil fell to earth not far from here, yet the temple buildings escaped entirely unscathed.
face? Heliodorian swine! You think that your blockade will break us? Think again.
What in the... These move...
Enough! All of you! Is this how we treat visitors? As your High Lama, I order you to stand down.
Your Holiness, these people are not visitors.
Soldiers of Heliodor, you say? The tall one, perhaps, but his young friend does not look like a military man to me. I sense a great power within you. Tell me, young man.
Incredible. He divined your true identity with a single glance.
How long we have waited for this day. Please, you must forgive my disciples' discourtesy. Their training is, welcome to Angri-La, honored luminary. It would please me if you would join me in the high hall at the top of the temple. We have much to discuss.
Strange child, but remarkably perceptive for one so young. Well, we have come this far. We might as well make our way to this high hall of theirs and see what he has to say.
I welcome you once again to Angri-La, honored luminary. As I believe you know,
I am to address you as Your Holiness, correct? Might I ask...
why everything, of course. We have awaited his coming ever since the day he entered this world in the castle of Dundrasil.
Waiting for him?
Exactly what I say, nothing more. It is the emblem of Dundrasil. Since the age of heroes, the princes of that nation have come here to... Your young friend was born a prince of Dundrasil. Thus did we expect him to come here as a boy. Sadly, that was not to be.
So if fate had been kinder, you would have spent a good part of your childhood here. What of his tutor, this Grand Master Pang you speak of?
When the Lord of Shadows brought the world tree low, the Master set out to summon a magical mandala. The spell succeeded, but its power...
A noble sacrifice, indeed.
Now that the Master is gone, it falls to me to guide you.
It is a shame that the Grand Master cannot be here. I would have liked to meet...
Beyond those doors lies the field of discipline, where students of Angri-La strive for enlightenment. Before we tread upon this hallowed ground, let me tell you a little of our history. Before setting out to defeat the Dark One, Erdwin came to our temple to learn from the Wise Ones, who made their homes here even then. The first Grand Master, i.e., accepted him as a disciple and trained him in the secrets of spiritual realization. But he did not train alone. During his time here, he met someone.
Who was this person?
Another of Ai Yi's disciples. A young mage, Erdwin and Morkant would train together every day, each striving to outstrip the other. When their training was complete, Morkant joined with Erdwin in his quest. Before setting out, they carved an inscription into this stone, a pledge of eternal friendship. It has been a treasure of ours ever since.
Morkant. I have not heard the name before.
Now allow me to show you to the field of discipline, if you would be so good as to follow me. Welcome to the field of discipline. Since the age of heroes, many a would-be warrior has spilt sweat and blood upon these flags. If your karma had been different, this is where you would have trained under Grand Master Pang, like all the princes of Dundrasil. I have brought you here so that you might stand in the footsteps of your ancestors. Even your grandfather, Lord Robert, completed his training here. The memory of his achievements shall live long in the temple's memory.
His achievements?
Pang was a harsh master. With this implement, disciples whose efforts were lacking were given motivation. During the course of his 6 years of tuition, your grandfather's right honorable posterior was paddled an unprecedented 10,000 times. The tale of Lord Robert's road to enlightenment lives on to this day. Every disciple knows that he must focus at all times, lest he face the same fate.
A legendary achievement indeed.
You are worried for your grandfather, yes? Do not be. The fall of the World Tree would not have been enough to extinct. Tonight there will be a modest feast in the High Hall to celebrate your long-awaited. We may not be able to aid you as we would have done were Master Pang still with us.
Awake at last, hmm? It is high time we were on our way. If the Grand Master was still alive, perhaps we might have learned something to help us in our fight against the Lord of Shadows. Sadly, it was not to be.
And the hermit? What news of him?
Forgive us, Your Holiness. The monsters on the mountain.
I see.
Your Holiness.
Yes, Sir Hendrik. I fear there is. You see, 2 weeks ago a hermit visited.
Alone?
That I do not know. The moment he heard that Master Pang had passed away, the mountain has become infested. This being so, I dispatched a...
I have trained all my life for a moment such as this, and yet I have failed in my first true
Might we be able to offer some assistance?
I thank you for your kindness, but you...
A knight of Heliodor does not abandon any. These people have shown us great kindness. It is only...
Thank you from the bottom of my heart, but we must depart for the...
victory is ours.
It seems we are too late.
Unfortunately so. He was in deep meditation. But that posture, it is awful. Uniquely awful.
Incredible! Issue 1 of the Ogler's Digest. And in mint condition.
Indeed. It seems our friend here made his peace with the world. But this is one of the royal treasures of Dundrasil. Why would a lowly... Can it really be?
Lord Robert!
Your grandfather was Master Pang's most fervent disciple. Can he have chosen?
No, he is still breathing.
What?
His spirit hovers in the place between life and death. It is only a matter of time before he passes. But there may yet be a way to save if you were to follow him into the void.
But how?
The ancient teachings tell us at the summit of Mount Panglai. If you will permit me, I can perform an ancient... But it is not a decision to be taken lightly. Well, will you take that? Very well. I will prepare for the ritual. It is time to depart for the place to which every soul must go, but from which few...
What is this foolish...
Another wandering soul drifts in destiny is cruel indeed to send me one so young. This may be a fruitless question, given the vacant expression you wear, but he is wise beyond his years. An intellectual. Do you think me a fool, boy? Let me unburden you of at least... I will explain in simple terms that even an idiot may understand. Before Yggdrasil fell, departed soul, but now that the tree is gone, it is a place with an entrance but no... What I'm trying to tell you is that you will never... As long as the cycle of souls is interrupted, all who die will suffer this. This is your destiny. Or do you cling to the vain hope that the heart of Yggdrasil may be recovered? And yet, you would not be alone in your foolishness. Some people just don't know when to give up. Did you think he came here with hope in his heart? Your grandfather came to find me so that I... You know who I am, of course. Foolish child. I am Pang, Grandmaster of Angrila. Your grandfather's teacher and tormentor. Do you see the magic circle that surrounds him? The precise pattern of movements draws energy from the ether and channels it to create the... He has been flailing away like this ever since he arrived here. But when the great sigil is complete, he will have mastery over a... Get out, mate! Don't you dare give up now! I'll beat your bottom black and blue, I swear it! Well, would you look at that? Perhaps he is not completely useless after all.
Hey! Did you see that? I finally did it! Oh, it was beautiful!
Yes, very impressive. I thought you had gone soft in your dotage, but it seems you still have some guts. Well done.
Jinx! Grandmaster Pang! Was that praise? Woohoo! For the first time in my long life, she's actually paid me a compliment.
Perhaps if you could stop congratulating yourself for one moment and squint beyond the end of your bulbous nose, you would see we have a visitor.
Oh, my. Och, not you as well. Your poor young life snatched away.
Oh, stop your snivelling. The boy is alive.
He's what? But what's he doing here, then?
He and his friends found your body and sent his soul from the world above to bring you back.
Ah, really? But I only came here to... And you went... Finer than ever, in fact. Now that I've learned the final secret, you and me are going...
Stop right there! Where do you think you are going?
I can't thank you enough for all you've done, Gran.
Finished? Oh, but we haven't even begun. Honored Luminary, if you would like to follow me. Your grandfather has mastered the last secret of It is a technique first devised in the Age of Heroes by For you, I have a technique no less impressive. It was devised by Erdwin himself during his training with Yi, our first Grand Master. And it will give you strength beyond reckoning, Luminary.
Well, that can't be a bad thing. Me with Morkant's spell and you with Erdwin's attack. We'll be unstoppable.
If you can master it. None since Erdwin has been able to do so. The training you must undergo to acquire this power will be more intense. Well, do you think you have what it takes? I knew you would make the right choice. Now, the first step is to focus your mental energies and call forth a blade of pure light. As good as can be expected for a first attempt. The heat of battle.
Battle? You mean you're going to fight him? Oh, no, the poor...
Me? Why would I rumple my nice clean robe when I have you to do my dirty work for me?
What?
Who better, Lord Robert? You have mastered all our secrets now. There is no one better suited, and besides, I've always wanted to see two princes of Dundrasil battling it out. Before we continue, allow me to give your grandfather an unfair advantage.
Oh. 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 Oh, aye! I've not felt this alive in decades!
That's the spirit. Don't hold back.
Just you what?
Luminary, prepare yourself. Beat back the onslaught and unleash the technique if you can. The more you use it, the stronger it will be.
Here I come, laddie. It's time to show you... this for size.
Before we can...
For size. Surrender your soul! Try this for size.
Oh, yes. Wonderful. I couldn't have beaten him more soundly myself. I must say, I doubted you had it in you. But you have proved me wrong. The power of the technique comes from your heart. Hone that greatest of weapons, and none will be able to stand before you. Now, I think it's time we peeled that old degenerate off the flagstones, don't you?
You beat me, even with a
You weren't too much of an embarrassment, no.
So this is where you have been hiding.
Wait, I know.
Mordegan.
Sniveling worms. You thought to escape my clutches by cowering?
No! Curse you! I had... So inconsiderate! There was one last thing I wanted to teach you. Fine. It seems we must do it the...
What? So the last secret of...
Of course not, foolish man. There is another. Well, don't just stand there so that I can die happy.
You dare to resist me?
You must do exactly as I say. Exactly when I say it. Robert, do not think. Act. Use the technique I taught to you. Now, Luminary! Unleash Quadra Slash! Yes, the last and greatest of Solar Flare!
He is back with us. But he is greatly weakened. We must get him to the temple right away.
You are finally awake. Good. I feared you had suffered some lasting injury. Lord Robert awoke a short while ago. He's outside speaking with the High Lama. We should join them.
Hello there, laddie. Better late than never, eh? What are you staring at me like that for? Is there something on my face?
It is your physique, Lord.
Oh, that! Nothing a good breakfast couldn't cure. Aye, the Grand Master put me through worse on more than one occasion.
Lord Robert has told me what came to pass in the void, that you met Grand Master Pang, and that she trained you in the ancient arts. I hear that you were even able to master the ultimate ability.
And I hear that I owe you a debt of thanks, Sir Henrik, for looking after the boy here while I was away.
Please think nothing of it, my lord. It is the least I could do to...
Ah, don't torture yourself over it, son. We've all been pawns in Mordegon's game. You've nothing to apologize for.
Thank you. Truly. What do you intend to do now? We had hoped to find guidance here in Angri-La, but alas, we find ourselves at an impasse.
Well, funnily enough, she said old Erdwin used a very special form of transport when he went after the...
Whatever could that mean?
I didn't get the chance to ask her any more about it. But it sounds like just what we need to get up to that castle and knock Mordegon off his perch. As for our old friends, none of them were exactly the giving up. So, what say we head over to Arborea and keep an eye out for our pals on the way? There's no time to lose.
Honored Luminary, we disciples of we have even devised a special training regime for you.
Aye.
That man is in danger. We must go to his aid.
Oh, no, you don't, honey. Not unless you want to carry those claws. Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
Sylvando, darling, you were fabulous! Fierce doesn't even begin to describe it. You were ferocious!
Can it be? Truly? Truly, truly? It is. I think it really is. Darling, it's so wonderful to see you.
You two.
Oh, come now. We're fighting an epic battle to bring back some... It's Smile! That's right, darlings. We're on a quest to bring sunshine and laughter back to... My little parade has picked up quite the cavalcade of warriors for wondrousness. But never mind that now.
Excuse me?
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry I forgot all about you.
No, I am not. Thanks to you. My name is Da. I come from Phenomenon in the south. And if it were not for your help, I would not be returning there.
Oh, you're heading home. Then we better go with you. Listen, darling, you and me have got a lot to talk about. So what do you say you join the parade for a little while, huh? Come on. You know you want to. Oh, did he really just... So cold. But... Okay, time for you to take your first steps as a soldier of the smile. No, you look even more adorable than I thought you would. So proud. All right, boys, let's make our newest recruit feel right at home. Lead on, darling! And don't let me catch you frowning. You're at the head. All right, let's get out there and make the world smile. Yeah. And here we are at our destination, the beautiful, bustling tourist town of Nomnon. Not here, too.
Thank you for saving.
I wonder what can have made him venture so far from home in the first place.
Sounds like agents of happiness, soldiers of smile. Go spread some special parade cheer and find out what's going on around here. Let's go to work.
Why can I not shake the feeling that Sylvando and I have met somewhere before?
Da, you are okay. Oh, what a relief. I was fearing the worst for you.
Your boy is missing.
Ugh. Where that selfish child chooses to go is...
You must forgive him. His wife died recently, you know. Do you know of the monster Avarith? She appeared in the village with her. We were paralyzed with fear. Give me your valuables, she said. People were so scared. They obeyed her without thinking. But the wicked creature, she did not protect the things we get.
Oh, that's just awful. Oh, if there's one thing I...
Really? But...
Oh, it'll take more than a common thief to stop...
A knight?
Avarith went south with everything she stole. She has a lair there, I think.
Then let's get after her! Hi there, little one. We're just off to hunt down the horrible nest.
Is your father named... So you were not abducted?
My father does not care for me. He cares for my mother's necklace more than anything else. I thought he would say I was the most precious thing to him. It made me very sad. So I decided to follow the monster and get the necklace back for... But then I strayed too far from the village.
What your father said was upsetting, I am sure.
No! If you are going after the
Oh, don't be such a spoilsport, Hendrik.
Very well.
Thank you! Thank you!
You heard him, everybody! Let's go!
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Now this is a surprise! Not many humans wander in here of their own accord.
Avarice, you fiend! You are going to give back what you've taken and let all the people of the village go!
So that is why you are here! Still, I suppose you have shown a lot of courage. It's not going to happen for free. You're going to have to give me something to sweeten the... How about your most valued possession?
Wait! If you wish to make a deal, I have something for you. Something...
Oh, what is it? What is it? It sounds amazing! I have to see it right now! Hand it over! Hand it...
With pleasure. I do hope it brings you joy.
Let me see, let me see. Ugh, what is that? You! Do you think this is some kind of joke?
Oh, don't you like it, honey? I chose it especially for you.
You'll pay for this! Avarice will not be mocked by a silly, dumped-up little human! Maybe this will teach you a lesson! Don't bother begging for mercy.
Should get the old blood pumping. Hey!
Snap out of it!
All is well that ends well.
Cursive! How could I have lost? Impossible!
Ha! That's what you get for being an...
Everybody!
We are fine, thanks to you, our brave little son. You saved us.
Fair maiden?
Here it is! My mother's necklace! Oh, no! It is broke!
Oh, of course it will. Didn't your daddy ever tell you it's the thought that counts? All right, time to take... You take your time, honey. We'll be having...
Hello, Father. I brought Mother's necklace back from the lair of the beast.
You did what? Foolish child!
Huh?
You could have been killed. And then where would I be, without you?
Huh? But you...
I said it, but I did not mean it. How could I? Don't you see? I did not trust the monster, so I said a lie.
Really? I thought you did not care about me. I'm so sorry. You must have been so worried.
To think it was all but a misunderstanding. If only he and his father had
Yes, if only. I'll see you both outside, okay?
Father, these are my new friends. They are the ones who rescued everybody.
I cannot thank you enough. You are true heroes. The first time we met, when you rescued... But I had to pretend that I did not care, in case the monster came.
Where's my friend with the feathers?
Sylvando left very suddenly.
If only he and his father had simply been... you scared me! Never mind. It was nice to see Son reunited with his father, huh? But there are some who will never be reunited with their loved ones. Can I ask you something? Mordegon is... You've seen that power for yourself, but you still... You really are a hero, huh? You know, I thought it was enough, traveling the... But what good is a smile here and there if the Lord of Shadows could snatch it away at any moment? What I'm saying is, I have to leave, but there's something I want you to help me. It's all well and good me going and getting my head squished by Mordegon, so we have to leave them somewhere safe, with somebody who can look after... Well, there's no good way of saying this. I'm petrified of... Oh, thank you. I knew you'd say yes. Darlings, I have an announcement to make. My parading days are over. No! But do not fear. It will only be for... We understand, Sylv. That...
Yeah, you go and do what you gotta do, Sylv. We'll be heartbroken without you, of course, but we'll survive. And if it...
Exactly. We'll never get those smiles back if I don't do this. And I won't be leaving you high and dry. I'm going to ask my papi to look after you in Puerto Valor.
Puerto Valor?
Wait.
Surely not. Surely you cannot be Don Rodrigo's...
So you finally figured it out, huh? Same old stone-headed Hendrik. Such a sweet, simple boy. All right, my little champions of cheer. Let's go show Puerto Valor how to party!
I cannot fathom it. The boy is unrecognizable, and he has abandoned the name his... Forgive me for my lack of composure. Sylvando is none other than the son and heir of Don Rodrigo. The noble... It was always assumed that he would follow in his father's footsteps. But the two had a terrible argument, and the boy left Puerto Valor until now. But perhaps this is not such a bad thing. Very well. It is not far from...
It's so strange. I thought... You go on ahead, honey.
Don Rodrigo, it is I, Hendrik.
Huh? Hendrik? Ho ho ho! How I have heard many tales of your exploits. To think that the great lump of meat who came to me all those years ago...
I had not expected to find you in such good spirits, my lord. As one who owes every... Alas, there has been precious little cause for mirth since last we met. Dundrasil fell, then Yggdrasil. Don Rodrigo and I have much to discuss.
Oh, hey, honey. It's so silly, I know. And yet the thought of facing Papi, seeing that boy and his father in Phenomenon, made me think I could do it. That I could finally face him. But now I'm here, I'm so scared. You've heard what happened with me and... Hendrik told you, huh? I would stay in Puerto Valor and follow... It was so fabulous. I knew from the second I walked into that tent that I'd found my calling. But Papi, he wasn't so keen. But I wasn't going to let that stop me. Oh no. This... He didn't have anything to say to me after that. That was when I knew that I had to go. Dear me, but it's made me feel a whole lot better. It's now or never. Let's... Hi, puppy.
Caramba! Norberto, you dare to show your face.
I'm sorry, puppy. Sorry. So sorry.
Sorry? What are you apologizing for? Foolish boy.
Huh?
You have succeeded in making the world
Not yet, puppy.
Then why are you here? Why did you come back if you have not... You said you would do it, Norberto. You said you would make everyone...
Puppy!
Damn you, boy. If I were you...
Wait. Puppy, did... I guess it wasn't very knightly of me to come back.
The Lord of Shadows.
See, how can I make people happy? Which is why I'm going to beat him.
Careful, boy! Do not promise to defeat Mordegon.
Of course, Papi. A knight's work. But there's just one. I've picked up a few friends on my travels. They're kind of young.
You do not even need to ask.
Oh!
Come on, Norberto. Of course, it will be my pleasure.
Oh, aren't you just the sweetest, kindest father a boy could hope to have? Oh, darlings! Come say hello to your Tío Rodrigo!
Oh, what a lovely bedroom. It's so big. Oh, don't tell me this is your dad, Sylve. He's awfully manly. I'll feel safe with you looking after me, Mr. Rodrigo.
Norberto, explain yourself. What is the meaning of...
Now, Papi.
Hey, Norberto, where are you? Hey, get your hands off of me! Where's your foolishness, boy? I did not agree to this.
Oh, don't be like that, Papi. How can you lead my little band of boys if you don't look the part, huh? You promised. And didn't you always teach me that a knight's word is his bond? Huh?
No!
Listen to me, soldiers of Smile. You serve my puppy.
Please, Sylve, don't.
Darlings, it breaks my heart, but we have to be strong. As soon as Mordegon is defeated, I'll be right back with you. I'll be home before you know it, you'll see. And no matter how far I go...
Oh, Sylve, we'll be with you too. Just say the words. Bye. Bye.
Thanks so much for all your help, darling. I'm all yours now, I promise. The salty stallion is all yours too, of course. She's anchored off to the east of...
With a ship at our disposal, other places will be accessible to us. Perhaps now we can seek out your friends in Arborea.
Not bad at all.
Our triumph was never in doubt.
It's a wee bit stormy all of a sudden.
Sylvando, this ship of yours is...
Don't mention the S word!
I smell.
That voice.
Oh, yeah. Tremble before the mighty Alizarin. Think you dare to...
You're the one who'll be picked. Are you having me on?
The orb with which my lord... Now join me.
No!
And what, might I ask, are you staring at? Is there something stuck to my face? All right, all right. Why don't we try another? No. Still no...
Not settling on a particular form, hmm? That rather makes me think you might not know who I am. In your world, I am known as the Seer. I take on different appearances for different people, you see. By which... But enough about me. How's the fishing? Caught anything? No, I didn't think so. You're not ready yet, you see. When the fish finally takes the bait, you must be ready. You know, I have the strangest feeling I've met one of your companions. Eric, was it? Well, no matter. We are not here to discuss him. Come, let us go inside. Take a seat. Make yourself at home. Now, the fact that you're here makes me wonder if you might have taken a bit of a wrong turn somewhere. Ah, so that's it. Worried we've lost the power of the luminary, are we? Well, I'm afraid there's not much I can do about that. But there is one thing I can say. You may think that your power has been taken from you by the Lord of Shadows. But power cannot be taken, no more than it can be touched or tasted. Especially not the power of the luminary. Still no idea what I'm talking about, huh? Let me leave you with this thought. When the time comes, you will know. Oh, that's right. You're drowning. Well, don't fret. A certain sacred tree tells me it's not your time just yet. Right. We'd better get you woken up, hadn't we? You are the luminary, after all. You have Go. Save the world.
Darling, you're alive! Oh, thank goodness!
When you took that tumble into the sea back there, oh, it was terrible. We tried to... But then, well, it was nothing. Somehow we managed to pull you out of the water, give that big slimy so-and-so the slip, and get here to safety. I still don't know quite how we did it.
What's the matter, honey? You look like you've seen a ghost. You're kidding. You were fishing? Oh, come on, silly Billy.
You have been through quite an ordeal.
Whoop.
Put courage in your heart and lightning in your hand.
There'll be time enough for staring out to sea tomorrow, laddie. Come on, let's get you to bed.
such despair. I am helpless, powerless, bound by the chains of regret. If only I could go back.
Please, hear my plea.
So we all had the same dream, eh? Just like people have been saying. The poor knight bemoaning his fate, asking to go back.
Oh, it was tragic. He looked so desperate. I wished...
Maybe not. But that was Dracilian armor he was wearing. There's no doubt about that. What do you say, laddie? Shall we go and see what's become of Dundrasil now that this blasted darkness has engulfed the world? This place was in ruins the last time we came. But this is something else. Ah, it fair breaks my heart. Where was I? Ah, yes. It should be around here. Would you boys do me a favor and shift this little lot?
Well, don't just stand there, darling. If I'm getting my hands dirty, you are too.
Where does this stairway lead?
To an underground passage that runs beneath the castle. Right. Let's get in there and see if we can find some clues to the identity of our restless knight, shall we?
Such pain, such despair. How dare you? How dare you? You took everything. You destroyed everything. You monsters! I will never forgive you!
I'm keen to have a wee chat with our friend here, but something tells me he's got other things.
Snap out of it! I think you'll like this one!
Such pain. You took my beloved Eleanor.
Eleanor? But that's the old queen's name.
Erwin, last king of Dun. A great man, and a fine warrior too. And, most importantly, what happened to you, Erwin? What in the...
At last you have come. Long have I waited for a kindly soul to free.
The voice from the dream.
You are correct, of course. Before you kneels Erwin, King of Dundras. All those long years ago, on that darkest of days, he fought to the last. The light of justice sustained him, and he refused to yield to the darkness. But with time, that light has waned, and all that I beg of you, help him free.
The voice. It's gone again.
That'll have to wait. Erwin here needs our help. But what are we supposed to do to help him?
Well then, I need to make you nice. Such pain. I am helpless.
Yes, well, of course. We've been waiting a long time.
King Erwin.
The birth of your son and heir is a source of great joy and happiness.
Thank you. Thank you. Aye, this is a momentous day for Dundrasil. I am truly humbled to be lucky enough to celebrate it with you all. My dear Sultan, King Gustav, allow me to welcome you both to Dundrasil. You honor us with your presence.
The honor is all ours, King Erwin. Truly, it has been far too long. 1,000 thanks for preparing such lavish festivities. Though, of course, we are not here merely to celebrate. Today's Colloquy of Kings shall determine the fate of Erdrea for generations to come. I, for one, mean to see that my people's interests are well represented.
It is the first time the rulers of the Four Kingdoms have ever gathered up. But the reason itself is a momentous one, of course. The birth of an heir to the title of Luminary is an event of unparalleled significance.
Indeed it is. Thank you once again for agreeing to meet so readily. Now, I have some final preparations to make before we convene the colloquy. I will come and fetch you when we're ready to begin. Guards, I don't suppose any of you have seen King Carnelian?
Yes, sire. King Carnelian is walking the grounds with Lord Robert, sire.
King Carnelian, Lord Robert, I will be convening the colloquy shortly, if you'd like to make ready.
Lord Robert informs me that the boy bears the mark. That he is the luminary reborn.
That's right, aye. I've decided to present him to you all at the colloquy. The sight of so many people gathered to celebrate his birth has brought home to me how important he is. How much hope the light he brings represents.
Save it for the meeting, Owen.
Don't take it to heart, laddie. The fate of all Erdrea. Right, it's nearly time. Why don't you go and fetch the wee one from Eleanor's chambers?
He's so tiny. Can I touch him, Lady Eleanor? I promise I'll be careful.
I think he likes you, Jay. He's a very special boy, you know. But I just hope he grows up to be like his father. That he can help people to open.
I hope he grows up to be nice and kind like you, Lady Eleanor. King Erwin!
The colloquy's about to start, Eleanor. Will you hand me the wee one? All right, wee man. Let's go and talk to some scary old men, shall we? Go.
Oh, Erwin. You don't need to hold on to... Would you look at it thundering away out there?
Come on now, Eleanor. There's nothing to worry about.
And what about me,
Hey, you don't need me to protect you, Jade. Right. We better get this meeting started. I'll see you later, Eleanor.
Good luck, both of you.
This child, he is the one? He bears the mark. There's no mistaking it. Dark one riseth, tree descendeth, light's mark shineth, hand extend.
The final poem in the Book of Erdwin.
The legends tell us that the Dark One was defeated by the Luminary in the Age of Heat. But, as I'm sure you haven't failed to notice, monsters walk the land once more. The peace of Erd...
The kingdom of Svardsrust has already fallen at the wicked creature's hands. And King...
And now a child has been born who bears the mark. Which brings us to a reason for gathering.
You speak of the Dark One, of monsters running wild. Now that the Luminary is among us, the balance can be restored, the peace can be maintained. All is well.
You believe that the presence of the Luminary will ensure that peace. Forgive me, Lord Robert, but the Book of Erdwin contains another.
It does. Well, tree's gift first of... Thy light doth a shadow cast.
What are the two of you implying?
Without light, there cannot be shadow. With darkness and light must coexist. So...
You dare to imply that my son...
Can we be certain that he is? You must have noticed the sinister glow emitted by Erdwin's lantern of late.
What are you trying to...
Oh. The star sings at night, you know. I have...
King Gustav is right.
Ah, don't you start.
Ominous footsteps approach. As the leaders of this world, we owe it to our... Even when that source is...
Why don't you just come out and say it? You're up.
Something happened. Not long before the child was born. I'm sure some of you saw it. A great, blinding light shot up from it. We saw that same light on the evening he was born. It was shining. The child is a force for good. I have never been... Light and dark are not two sides of the same coin!
A rousing performance indeed. Of course, it... The Luminary is the child of Yggdrasil. He alone can bring light to the world.
I hope you will forgive us our little test, but we had to be sure how strongly you...
I am satisfied. Send him to Heliodor when he comes of age. We must confer upon the Luminary the power to lead us all.
King Carnelian.
Very good. The most pressing item on our...
Now the matter is settled.
Let all be as Yggdrasil wills it.
That concludes the colloquy. Now, all that remains is...
Thank you, King Carnelian. My friends, I'd like to thank you all for coming. Now, Your Majesty! What is it?
You must flee the palace.
We're under attack.
They have come in force, but they shall not have the child. Lord Robert and I will keep them at bay. Take Eleanor and the child and flee the castle. Now!
But King Carnelian, this is suicide!
You need not fret on my behalf. I am not...
Thank you.
King Erwin, there you...
You're alive. Oh, thank the heavens. When we saw the monsters coming, we...
Never mind that now. We need to get out of here, all of us. No matter what happens, I will get you out of here. I promise. Let's go. We should be able to get out through here.
I feel his... Give him to me.
Just you try and take him.
The monsters are everywhere. What?
If they've made it this far around the castle, they must have the place surrounded. We'll have to use the tunnels. This way. I think this was the one. Quickly, in we go, before the monsters find us. Time to make a break for... I'll deal with him. Get up!
But Erwin...
Run! All right, you despicable creatures. It's not over yet. King Carnelian? King Carnelian? What in the... Who are you? What do you think you're doing? Your Majesty!
Erwin.
You're all right. Jade's with Eleanor and the Wee One, Your Majesty.
I see. I shall send my
Your Majesty...
The bloodline of the Luminary ends here, today.
King Carnelian? Your Majesty?
Sire.
Forgive me. I was unable... King Erwin...
I had no choice. Queen Eleanor has absconded with the Luminary.
Surely not. Whatever would possess them to commit such acts?
The birth of the child has put them both under great pressure. It has also caused the coming of the monsters, the loss of countless lives. Perhaps the coming of the Luminary does bring darkness in its wake. After all... Yes! I see now! The child of evil! The dark spawn! He must be found and dealt with. The peace of Erdrea must not be permitted to collapse. Find him! Leave no stone unturned.
Sire.
No. He is no... Someone, please. Eleanor.
I am the Gloomnivore. And this one's misery is just... Which is why I've been drawing out his talk. But even the most fabulous... How does your despair... Give yourself to... This is your most painful memory. Yeah. You could not protect. Wallow in it. Marinate yourself in misery.
Can you hear me? There is a light inside you that can... It is waiting, biding its time. Now is that time.
This light is...
What's happening?
back with us, laddie. Are you all right?
This light.
This is the beast responsible for King Erwin's suffering. We must defeat it and lift His Majesty's curse.
You dare disturb, no matter your scream.
Try this for size.
Let me kiss that boo-boo better!
Pull your socks up.
Don't worry, darlings. Sylph's here.
Victory is ours.
Where am I? Wait. Those are... Son, is it really you? It was you who saved me, wasn't it?
You're back. You're back to your old self at last.
Eleanor?
Our son has freed you. Despair no longer holds you captive.
I am, my love. I am.
My dear son, my darling boy, many hardships await you, many trials lie ahead, but you must not stray from your path. Let the light of hope, the light inside you, be your guide. And remember, we will always watch over you. Farewell, my darling.
Goodbye, my little one. Goodbye, Erwin. I hope both of you find peace at last.
Honey, your hand!
The mark. It's glowing again. Your powers, they're back!
The luminary is restored to us, and all thanks to his honored parents.